Hi, it's Sandy, and I'm here today because I got kind of um, motivated to read something that I found because it's a difficult time of the year for a lot of people. And the news out there is difficult. People are upset, unhappy, protesting. Um, the United States goes to the COP 24 and supports and hawks oil and fracking and coal. And, these are the things that upset a lot of us. But other than that, it's also being in the moment. It's also important for us to feel and care and love and share because we have not a lot of time, I don't believe. And I'm going to say hi to everybody. I'm going to say hi, Dolores, and hi, Torstein. I'm going to talk to you later. And hi, Steve. It's just important to say hi to all of you today because it just is. And Gregory, this is great. Thank you for coming. I found this article and it just spoke to me a bit. Now, I don't know the place very well, this Hippocrates uh, Health Institute, but it does look expensive, and that's not the whole point, to go to any of this stuff. The point was, I really thought that the little article was important to communicate to you at this time, with so many people struggling all over the world, so much distress. But we live every day, every single day. We have to get up in the morning, if we're lucky enough to get up in the morning. We have to do what we need to do for the day, every day. But the gift of presence is important, and I'm going to start this so that this isn't a super long video. It was I'll put the links up and all. Plus, yeah, it doesn't have a name. So here we go. Really important. Hi, Heidi. Heidi's in too. Okay. We are all power plants with enough life force to fulfill our own energetic needs and still have enough for relationships with others. In a perfect world, each of us would be a cup that flows over, spreading and mixing our lives with others. Unfortunately, most of us tend to be nearly empty vessels that relentlessly search for power sources outside of ourselves, particularly our partners and our children. This reality has created a great disparity in the area of family and other relationships. It's so important at this time of year to understand all this, what we're feeling, what we're going through. The reason that these relationships do not work is because when one requires constant maintenance and inequality surfaces and the desired harmonious balance, it just disappears. This is compounded when both partners are lacking. Ideally, two people entering a relationship have developed their own strength and health independently and are not looking for the other to complete them. Very important to know this. This not only occurs with families and friends, but also in work relationships. All too often, employees complain about how much they dislike their job. They don't recognize that it's up to them to make the situation better, or if not, to find an enriching occupation. Participation in our accumulation of happiness is one of our central reasons to live. This is not an abstract idea without merit, but a rational and practical reality. As we develop our own inner security and trust, our confidence levels rise and our potential increases. When we advance ourselves to a place of courageous action, our existence flourishes due to our burgeoning acknowledgments. Self-esteem can bloom into charisma, which gives us the energy that can be shared with our intimate and less intimate circles. I consider this a very intimate circle. When one is distressed due to disharmonious interaction, a physical impact can be felt. This drains our energy and it's counterproductive to the individual and those involved with him and her. It's best that we develop a strong core belief from our gathered experiences and remained open to constant change. Rigidity surely whittles down one's vitality. I think we can all, completely all understand that one. Recently, in the aftermath of a hurricane, I noticed that the largest foliage and highest buildings were toppled over. The structures that allowed the raging winds to move through or around them stood tall after the storm subsided. Conflicts are like hurricanes. They can bring down the best of us due to our own inflexibility, which is caused by deep insecurity. Family is of foremost importance, since there is often no one who will stand with and support you in your most troubled times except family. But ironically, most abuse, disharmony, and even criminal activity occur within families. This does not reflect the average household, but spotlights the disconnection that some people have to the essential understanding that family is the most important connection in your life. No other area in our lives causes so much emotional satisfaction or emotional stress. Relationships can be challenging, and no relationship is more challenging than family. Eckhart Tolle once said, "If you are so enlightened to spend a week with your family, it is amazing how the most together people suddenly revert to childish patterns when they are around their family." Families in crisis. In our culture, marriage is a critical crossroad, and the vast majority of couples separate. Staying together, however, does not necessarily demonstrate success. Recent polls show that less than 10% of married couples are happy in their relationship. I think that's just the current paradigm we live in. As researchers direct more attention towards psychosocial variables that affect physical health, the way they study relationships is shifting. Previously, researchers examined relationship status, i.e., the presence of relationships versus a lack of relationships in relation to physical health. More recently, research investigators are focusing on specific qualities of relationships that might be associated with physical health. Understanding how social support affects health, and in particular which characteristics of social support affect health, is currently receiving a lot of attention. Being married, for example, does not guarantee happiness, nor the superior health benefits and longevity previously associated with simply being married. Our neglected youth. Statistics show that unhappy parents beget unhappy children. Children and young adults today are more obese, more addicted, and more confused than any generation before. Most parents spend all of their time pursuing economic success, ignoring their families in the process. In North America alone, there are over 2 million grandparents raising their grandchildren due to the incompetence of their own children as parents. And that's an epidemic. Television and teachers have seemingly taken the place of overworked parents. Our educational systems, however, leave a lot to be desired. Overcrowded classrooms and violence among students are issues of great concern, and the situation seems to be growing worse, not better. We are now drugging our active children as a treatment for so-called emotional disorders, rather than deal with the emotionally disturbed children that come from our disharmonious, broken homes. We use prescription drugs as a quick fix. All of these problems stem back to our own inability to do what is best for ourselves and our children. When our core character is unshakable, we are contributors to the human race. When we waver or wander or change like the wind, we drain not only ourselves, but also humanity. Listed below are simple steps to create stronger families, friends, and work relations. And guys, every day, our friends and every way we need to definitely do this. We need to reach out. And if it's not family, we need to reach out to friends. I do to you. I do to friends. This is really important to me. Doing these streams and having you follow me and having the conversations we have is my mental health day. So number one, search for stimulation first within yourself and then within the circle of your family and friends, rather than seeking it from external sources. Time spent together enjoying each other, supporting each other, and honoring each other will enrich your lives. 2, make time for your family and friends. Spending quality time with your children will ensure that they are well adjusted and content. 3, develop strong bonds with your parents, grandparents, and children so that trust will manifest stability. And stability will come from this simple act. This nucleus will enable you to step out of the family system and develop further relationships with those you meet throughout your life. Reach out and touch someone. Statistics show that having a network of family and friends who you contact on a regular basis actually increases your life expectancy. We don't know these days about that. Realize that each person has a unique viewpoint based on their individual experiences. Try not to judge opinions that are different from your own. And I know how hard that is today with the political discourse, especially in the United States. What's going on in Paris, what's going on in Britain. There's discourse all over. Try to be truly, this is so important, present when listening to others. Presence is a gift that you can give to others that is truly appreciated. Often a person feels better just by feeling that they were heard. And finally, learn to accept critique and criticism from those close to you. This often is difficult. It's a difficult process, but it'll bring great rewards when you learn to synthesize those bumpy spots into graceful living. Vitality will occur when we have the confidence to live our life like masterful craftsmen. You will gain energy if you create priorities that you must meet with forthright action. You can create the bridge that will bond you to the people in your home, at your workplace, and on the planet once you become whole within yourself. That was nice. But being whole within yourself is so important, and it's something I strive for every day, and it's not easy. And I'm sure a lot of you share this with me. It is what it is. Climate change is happening faster than previously expected. The poles are melting. The storms are getting worse. But you see, we still are here. And we still have people in our lives. And if they're not family, they're friends. And if it's online, it's online. But reach out to people. It's just so important. I can't tell you. Because without it, I don't know where I would be right now. My family's all over because that's the way it is in the United States. People don't live anywhere near each other anymore. I have no family here except for my one daughter, 30 years old. I don't know how most of you are. So, does anybody have any comments? Because I thought it was kind of nice. And, oh, hi, Cindy and Marsha. There's a lot of people here with me today. And Kim, this is really great. I just thought it was a good message. This time of year is really tough for a lot of people, and I'm included. And I decided that I'm going to try to have some kind of uh, festivities. I don't know what I'm able to do, but whatever it is, I really just, I want to feel better. And I think feeling better comes within myself. And it's the same thing for all of you. So thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sharing. And we go on day by day. And we fight the good fight. Peace, everybody. Bye-bye.